Okay, just stuff for today. Cold weather's been tapping batteries out, so I gotta change batteries in this flashlight. Not so easy to do with one hand. We have a pony-vise down here. We have a jar opener on here. Balance that right. And around with one finger, it's a little bit awkward, but it's doable. Just snug, doesn't have to be, you don't want to bend the aluminum. Pretty tough, but I can do it. I might have good enough grip to get this open. No, I'm still a little bit tight. So if this doesn't work, I'll have to go to a pipe wrench. No, I got it off. Jar opener. Loosen the lid fine. O-ring has seen better days. Put a little Vaseline in that when I get it off. I'm gonna get some Vaseline. It's not Vaseline, it's generic petroleum jelly. I'm going to put this on the threads before I put it on there and on the O-ring. So it seals well, water will get in there. But now, gravity doesn't quite work for me. I'm going to have to loosen this up to get the batteries out. I'm dropping it. Okay, there we go. Back in here. This is always a little bit awkward. Can be done. And don't put much torque on it at all, because you can bend. This is heavy grade aluminum, but you can bend it with a vise easily. All batteries out, new batteries in. Brand doesn't matter, just the expiration date. And I should put a spare bulb in there. Had one. Well, there is a spare bulb in there. I don't know. There's a little bit. No, I don't think this will insulate the seal. Lubricated enough to get it on there. Definitely want to get it around that O-ring though. The smartest thing to do would be to take, well, not the smartest thing, but I mean the best way is if you can get the O-ring off, glue it up with petroleum jelly all the way around. This is what we would do on a nuclear submarine, on a main condenser head, or a rubber head, or Any air closer gotta keep water out of people's tank. But this should probably work well enough. The O-ring on this flashlight's pretty old. I've had this since I was in the Navy. I gotta get a hanger for this thing. Did that beforehand, but I didn't. Keep forgetting about putting that sealer on this thing. Unless I want to make it easier to take off in the future. My fingers are still so slick. The easiest thing in the world, keeping the thread straight while it's under spring tension. One hand, but this is the way it's got to be. Lubricated too much on that O-ring. On that O-ring, I got a little too much on the metal part. It's kind of hard to hold on to. So. Maybe we can do it this way. Never had before, but. Because you can't see it too well. Yep, you're recording. I was just talking to myself. Can't see it, I gotta just kind of feel it here. And that got it started straight. If you can't see it, you can feel it. I got most of the lubricant outside off of there. That's where the rubber comes in handy. Get that back on. And she's tight, and oh, and she's really bright again. It's a really bright flashlight. Flash my arm under there so it doesn't fall. Just enough to get it out. And there we go. Just like new. Doing things one-handed takes a lot of tools, but if you got them, they're usually pretty inexpensive things. Like this pony-vise only costs like about what, 15, 20 bucks 15 years ago. So it's what might cost 30, 40 bucks now. I don't know. Since Walmart drove Larry's out of business, and only got one other hardware store in town. His prices are going up. So I don't know. I'd probably get that online if I got it. Maybe I'll sell these. Better ways to dispose of batteries than that, but that's the way I'm going to do it now. This goes upstairs. Okay, changing batteries in a flashlight. Mag light. A very tight seal. Waterproof. A waterproof seal. I'm not going to open up to see if there's any water in it. I'm sure there's no water. It still works. It's enough of that. Okay, that was quick and dirty. Quick and easy. How to put batteries in a flashlight with one hand. With a lubricated O-ring. Using a pony-vise and a jar to replace the one hand, and a rubber jar lid opener. It doesn't have a brand name on this one. So this isn't the one I saw, but I saw one very similar to this. I'm not selling them yet. They'll be on the site soon. If they're not on there yet, I'll put them on there pretty soon. Because I found the URL for them, so I can fire. What's going on that? That's probably what I'm going to do tomorrow. Got my electric panel parts today. Put the panel on all the breakers today, so that electric work is going to get done. It's going to be a couple weeks before you can get to it, but you're going to start some of the prep work, like cutting out the sheetrock and stuff before that. But you still got some other jobs lined up for the next couple of weeks. Well, the electric panel job's been going on forever, but this is a different electrician. And not that the other guy was a bad guy, this time of year it gets kind of busy, and he hadn't counted on it getting busy that early in the summer. Usually takes a couple more months for it to happen. And it got caught on top of him, and they got buried in work, so. Well, I said before, Dave, I kind of know him, and he took me up to Liberty with him, and we showed me all the different breaker parts. It's not something electricians usually do. Bring you up and show you where they get their stuff and buy it. The way I usually do business, but I sort of almost knew him. I know his neighbor real well. My neighbor knows him real well. I'm talking to him before. Anyway, we're not going to go into that. Panel's going to get done. We got all the parts here. That's the big part. Now it's he could wire this thing in his sleep. Big thing now is coordinating KCP&L and the city inspector. Get them to come here on the same day. And this has nothing to do with changing the battery in the flashlight, but that's what I spent all day doing. Actually, just all morning. I didn't sleep much last night because I was taking with the blog before. Okay, we're gonna wrap it up. That's how you change the battery in the flashlight. It's one paralyzed hand, or maybe one missing hand. If you have to use one arm, I used an arm a little bit to keep the thing pulled out, but I've done it without using an arm too. Can be done. It's a little bit harder. Has to do with rubber bands and stuff. The scope of this demonstration is this device.